Hello, in this video I show you how to replace the fuel filter on Toyota RAV4 2 liters D4D. The fuel filter on this car is located on the rear of the engine. It's located right there. To get access to the fuel filter, first we need to remove the fuel filter housing and the air filter pipe. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Now that we removed the air filter housing and air intake pipe, we have access to the fuel filter. That's the fuel filter right there. We have two connectors that we need to disconnect and also two fuel lines we need to remove, and then the fuel filter housing is held by two bolts. First, we'll start by disconnecting the two electrical connectors. On this connector, there's a tab on them that you need to press and then pull out the connector. Next, we're going to remove the two metal clamps on the two fuel lines and take the fuel lines out. That's the two fuel lines removed. Next, we're going to remove the two bolts holding the fuel filter housing. After we remove the two bolts, we're going to take out the fuel filter housing. That's the two bolts removed, and that's the fuel filter housing out. These are the two fuel lines that I disconnected and the two electrical connectors. Now we're going to replace the fuel filter. First, I'm going to remove this bracket for the wire, and then I remove the sensor that's on the bottom of the filter. Now I'm going to remove the sensor that's on the bottom of the filter. To remove it, I'm going to turn it anti-clockwise and remove it. If it doesn't want to move, maybe get some pliers and remove it with that. With these pliers, you only need to loosen it, and then we'll remove it by hand. That's the sensor removed. Now next we're going to put all the fuel into that into that bottle, and next we're going to remove the fuel filter. Now to remove the fuel filter, we need to turn the fuel filter anti-clockwise, and when it loosens, then we'll remove it by hand. To turn it anti-clockwise, I'm going to use again my pliers. Here you can see the fuel filter started turning, so now I'm going to remove my pliers and remove the fuel filter by hand. That's the fuel filter removed. Now I'm going to replace it with a new one. This is the part number for the new fuel filter, and I'm going to put on the new fuel filter. There is an O-ring on it. Make sure you lubricate the O-ring before putting the fuel filter into its place. When you're tightening the fuel filter, only hand tighten it as much as it can, and then you don't need to use pliers. Afterwards, we're going to put the sensor on, but change the O-ring on it. When you're tightening the sensor, only hand tighten it. Don't use any pliers or stuff like that. Just only hand tighten it, but as much as possible. Now next we're going to put that bracket on that wire onto the fuel filter housing, and now we're going to put the whole fuel filter housing into its place. We're going to put on the two bolts, tighten them, then we're going to connect the two fuel lines and the two electrical connectors. That's the electrical connectors connected, and that's the two fuel lines connected. Next, we need to prime the fuel system so that we can start the car. To prime the fuel system on this car, there is a mechanical hand pump that we need to press until it primes, until it bleeds out the system. This is the hand pump on top of the fuel filter housing, that red tab right there. as the hand pump, you're going to start pressing it for maybe a minute, minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, until you feel that that there is no more air into the fuel system. It will start to get very stiff. It will not be able to be pressed. Once it becomes very hard to press the hand pump, that means that the fuel system has been primed, and then you can go into the car and start the car.